this is Channel 4 WCHW, and we're still the one. Now back to Image 85.
All across the nation, now is the time. ABC is the place. All your favorite places, lots of friendly faces. Now is the time. ABC is the place. It's all right here. People, you know your favorite shows. It's all right here on ABC this year. ABC. We know what you're after. Drama, sports, and laughter. Now is the time. ABC is the place. It's all right here on ABC this year. Now is the time. ABC is the place.
Welcome to Philadelphia Village, Image 85, located in Independence Mall, General Conrad Pavilion. And we have the guest, yours truly, Doug Beck, Symbolic Image Productions, wholly owned by GTC Enterprises Incorporated, my co-host, the boy Brown. The boy. Hey, how you doing? Good afternoon, everybody. The boy is going to be the executive producer of Symbolic Image Productions. And LeVoy, how long have you been in the business? 7 years. 7 years? Well, I think we'll get a good job done, don't you? I think so. Okay, fine, LeVoy.
We just have band. We're gonna do a composition entitled 8 Miles out of our new album, You're Under Arrest.
Bye.
WCHW TV4 Philadelphia. We're still the one.
We're still having fun, and you're still the one. You are still the one that makes me proud. You're still the one that I dream about. We're still having fun, and you're still the one. You are still the one. You're still the one. We're still having fun, and you're still the one.
Different, new, and refreshing. Only on Channel 4, WCHW. Nobody does it better. And now, ladies and gentlemen, back to Image 85 with your host, Doug Bay. This is Mike Barnes.
Fly Authority and Queens out my new album. You don't know who we are the Sabbath Band. Better known as Sabbath 5. We'd like to thank very much National Park Service for letting us be able to make this dream come true. This number is entitled Authority and Queens. Written by yours truly.
Did you know that in 10 months, we've given away over $5,000 in prizes? Stay tuned. You just might be a winner on the Family Entertainment Station, Channel 4, WCHW Philadelphia. We're still the one. And now your host, ladies and gentlemen, Doug Bay.
Vado Communications, WCHW TV4 Philadelphia. We're still the one.
And we just heard from Philadelphia's own Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath is a jazz fusion group that plays top 20 music for your shows and your dances. And we're proud to be able to introduce to you Miss Kia Lewis.
No more tears, no problems, you will know. It's not a fantasy, 'cause it's real to me. Do you, do you, do you wanna go to a place where we can dance? To a place where we can dance? To a place where we can dance forever. Say we're gonna dance forever. Say we're gonna dance forever.
Philadelphia. We're still the one.
We're still having fun, and you're still the one. You are still the one that makes me proud. You're still the one that I dream about. We're still having fun, and you're still the one. You are still the one. You're still the one. We're still having fun, and you're still the one.
In Philadelphia, Kia Lewis does it better. This is Channel 4 WCHW in Philadelphia, and we're still the one. And now your host on Image 85, Doug Bay.
And we have with us the fantastic dancer, Miss Kia Lewis. Jamon is her middle name, I know. Jamon is her middle name.
It's my first.
Yes.
It's my nickname.
Well, Kia just did for us a variety of different dances. She did modern, she did jazz, she did Asian martial art dance. Kia,
African.
oh, African. I'm sorry, it's African.
Yes,
You don't look like an African, but I guess you are, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Kia, how long have you been dancing?
Dancing about 25 years.
25 years?
Yes.
And it shows, Kia. I mean, that was
Thank you.
fantastic. You completely entertained the few people that are out here to see us today. And where did you learn your art?
Well, I had my basic foundation at Gene Williams Germantown Dance Theater.
I heard of Gene Williams. You mean
Yes.
they existed back then?
Absolutely.
You're
She's
such
a
a young lady. You
fantastic
thought it was
teacher.
last year, huh?
Huh?
You're such a young lady. You thought
Oh,
it was
no,
last year.
it wasn't last year. Yeah.
Is there any one thing you would like to tell the young hoping to be or would-be dancers or entertainers of the future, especially dance? What could they do to be as good as you or to be in your realm?
Well, as I would tell my students, work hard, don't give up, pray a lot, and keep up with your academics, because there's nothing worse than an ignorant dancer. You must be able to sell yourself, so stay in school and study hard.
Well, Kia, we enjoyed the dance, and I'm going to steal a kiss for her every day.
Mwah.
Bye-bye, baby.
Okay.
Okay, nice. And that was Miss Kia Jamon Lewis. She's also the assistant director of the YMCA in Germantown for youth program. She's also a dance instructor, and she's also a physical education instructor. Kia has a lot of talent, and we hope to be able to do something else with Kia. And you will see Kia on the rest of the Philadelphia Image, where she was the host for the Cheltenham Mall segment. And now we're ready for a station break. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Across the nation, now is the time. ABC is the place. All your favorite places, lots of friendly faces. Now is the time. ABC is the place. It's all right here. People, you know your favorite shows. It's all right here on ABC this year. ABC. We know what you're after. Drama, sports, and laughter. Now is the time. ABC is the place. It's all right here on ABC. Now is the time. ABC is the place.
To the Philadelphia Image, and this is Image 85, the 1985 sequel to the 84 Philadelphia Image. And we would like to Symbolic Image Productions, wholly owned by Germantown Trade Convention Enterprises Incorporated. We'd like to thank the National Park Service for the use of this beautiful pavilion here in Philadelphia. And we would also like to send out our very sincere thanks to our Mayor, Wilson Good, and the city representative for providing some of the logistics. And we're going to talk to the band Cyber 5, a very interesting band. And they're primarily fusion musicians, and I'll guess one of those to explain you what fusion music is. Right here we have on our far right, lead guitar player, Lamar. How are you, Lamar?
Not bad yourself.
How long have you been playing guitar?
I've been playing about 15 years.
Have you had any school training, or was it all your own personal study?
Self-taught, a few teachers within the Philadelphia area that's very helpful.
Could you name one of your instructors?
Yes, Calvin Harris, one of Sanders Sandoli students.
Oh, it sounds fantastic. It's good hearing you, and I want to hear some more of that beautiful music. Give me a hand. And here we have the Blaze, better known as Mike Barnes around the circles in Philadelphia.
Now.
Boosie Barnes' youngest nephew. He also plays saxophone. Michael, how have you been?
Fine, thanks. Fine.
And I've seen you finally pull the aggregation together that you were trying to pull together.
Yes, we're currently working on our new album. That'll probably be out pretty soon. It's entitled You're Under Arrest. We have been working on our original compositions, trying to get them tight, and this sort of thing, congregating with you, elaborating on ideas, will help us continue our efforts.
Okay, Mike, it was nice talking to you, and we'll be glad to hear you again in a few minutes. And here we are to the rhythm, man. Man, give the drummer some. Rodney, how are you, Rodney?
Not too bad today.
What's your full name, Rodney?
Rodney J. Seabrooks.
That's a very interesting medallion you're wearing around your neck. Would you happen to be a Leo?
Yes, sir.
Leos, right? Those Leos and their showmanship. Well, Rodney, it's good to hear your sounds and hear those licks. I like that funk tune that you put me on with, so we're going to kick that off at the end of the show. But we're going to hear some more from Cyber 5 in a few minutes, and thank you, drummer Rodney.
Thank you.
And here we have Jim? Jim Cooper. Jim Cooper's the bass player. Would you move a little closer to the mic, Jim? Jim, they call him Jim Super Duper Bass Man. How do you feel about that title?
I hope to work up to that.
Well, I think you have been working a sweat up to that, and plus hitting the licks for that too. So now we know Jim Super Duper, the bass man. And last but not least, my main man, Tron. How you doing, Tron?
All right, thank you.
Oh yeah, fine. How long have you been playing the guitar?
About 7 years.
And you're a rhythm guitar player in this group, or both, rhythm and lead? Both rhythm and lead. Which composition that you played so far do you like the most?
I think it's Hey Mom.
Hey Mom? Okay. Hey, here we have Cyber 5, and we're going to bring them back on in a few minutes after station break from Vado Communications.
Others may try, but no station does it better like Channel 4, WCHW Philadelphia. We're still the one. And now back to Image 85. Your voiceover announcer is Eugene Dye. Known Mike Barnes for some 25 odd years, and he's still the one on the family entertainment station. Nobody does it better.
Vado Communications, WCHW TV4 Philadelphia. We're still the one.
We're still having fun, and you're still the one. You are still the one that makes me proud. Still the one that I dream about. We're still having fun, and you're still the one. You are still the one. You're still the one. We're still having fun, and you're still the one.
gentlemen, back in Philadelphia. And this is the conclusion to the documentary, Philadelphia Image, Image 85. The tapes are available by calling Germantown Trade Convention Enterprises Incorporated. And we would like to thank you and tell you our phone number. Thank you again to the people of Philadelphia, the mayor of the city of Philadelphia, especially to Sue Davenport and the National Park Service. Without her authorization, we would not have been able to have this performance. And we hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to be back next year with Image 86. But before we wrap up, we'd like to thank Mike Barnes and the Sabbathfire Band, and we'd like to thank the park guards and the attendants and the maintenance people for making the show possible. Now, this is a Vado Communications production, produced by Symbolic Image Productions, wholly owned by Germantown Trade and Convention Enterprises Incorporated. Good night. This is your host, Doug Bay. Good day. A nice time in Philly tonight.
Philadelphia, nobody does it better like Image 85. We're still the one. Your voiceover announcer is Eugene Dye. No part of this program may be electronically reproduced in any form or matter without the express written permission from Germantown Trade and Convention. Now let's get back with the program on Image 85. This is Channel 4, WCHW in Philadelphia. We're still the one.
My name is Eugene Dye, your voiceover announcer. Thank you. And listen, before we go with Image 85, and while we're on with Image 85, I am proud to present to you not only your host for Image 85, but also the president of Symbolic Image Productions, Mr. Cleveland Douglas. Let's have a big hand for Cleveland Douglas. How are you doing, Mr. Douglas? Listen, what do you think about those bombs bursting in the air we just seen?
Hey, well, look, that fireworks exhibition is one of the finest exhibitions I've ever seen in Philadelphia. And when I was a kid, they used to have fireworks exhibitions at Pennsylvania School for the Deaf in Chestnut Hill, but they were in no comparison to what Philadelphia did for the celebration that we just currently had for America. And Gene, how are you doing?
Hey, guy, I'm hanging in there. Listen, tell me a little bit about Kia Lewis, your hostess for Cheltenham Mall.
Okay. Well, Kia Lewis is a fantastic young lady, not only fantastic looking, but fantastic thinking and acting, and she's quite a person in the physical, too. She's an excellent dancer, from ballet to modern to jazz to tap to contemporary. Anything you want to do, flash dance, she can do. And Kia, I met Kia as one of my niece's dance instructor in a private school that she had, and Kia is also the director of youth programs at the YMCA in Philadelphia, and she's also a former public school teacher and a former teacher at one of the parochial schools in Philadelphia. Gene, she's fantastic. What do you think about her?
Hey, she's fantastic. What have inspired you to get into to produce Philadelphia Image 1984 and also Philadelphia Image 1985?
Well, Gene, I'll tell you what goes on. Philadelphia is America's favorite city. We're the birthplace of the nation. We're a big megalopolis here. When things go regional, Philadelphia will be the center of the Mid-Atlantic or the lower Northeast region. And Philadelphia has so much talent, and it's such a beautiful city when it's cared for properly. I can bill it as the Paris of North America.
Okay, now, out of all the interviews we've done throughout Philadelphia, we had, not only did we do Chestnut Hill, we also done 52nd and Market, we also done Ballard Kenwood, and also we was downtown at Independence Mall. Where did you get the talent? I mean, are you a talent coordinator also?
No, well, I am of sorts, but basically, I'm a resource person, and I have a network going. I have an entrepreneurial network going for entertainment, information, real estate, and insurance. And in these fields, it's comprehensive. I would like to say that I'm not looking after the top talent in Philadelphia, because Philadelphia is totally talented when it comes to music and the arts, from the Academy to the New Tech. So, Gene, you see where I'm coming from.
Exactly. When we was watching the fireworks, courtesy of WCHW Channel 4 in Philadelphia, and also courtesy of WPVI Channel 6, what is it about the fireworks, the 21st in the Parkway, 4th of July? What is about the fireworks that really get to you?
Hey, well, the fireworks were intense. I mean, they never stopped, from the first pop to the last shebang. And the thing that really blew my mind was the laser show, and having the ship from Close Encounters of the Third Kind come over and give us all a little scare. We was all ready to break camp on that one, wasn't it?
And you're talking about bombs bursting in. Like, are you a Vietnam veteran?
Yes, I am. I'm a Vietnam veteran.
Okay, can you share to me and the audience at home about your experience in in the Vietnam War? You know.
Okay. Well, this is a long story because I spent a year out of my life there, from age 20 to age 21, and from age 19 to age 21, I spent a whole tour. And Vietnam, for me, wasn't as bad as it was for some guys, but it wasn't as easy as it was for others, too. I had dangerous duty. I was a combat soldier, and I had hazardous duty as an assignment. And that's all I can say. The people are beautiful people. The country was a glamorous tropical climate and geographical location before the war ensued with the United States. But nevertheless, it was an experience of my life that I'm trying to put behind me, keep the good and forget the bad.
The fireworks. How does that remind you of the service when you was in the service?
Okay, well, ironically, you have flares. When you're in the military at night, the only way you can see the enemy sometimes is to drop a flare. Now, in civilian life, we use flares when we're stuck on the road, so the state police come by and give us a lift to the nearest garage or gas station. But in Vietnam and in most jungle warfare or combat of that nature, a flare is an instrumental implement, and it can be used for your benefit or your detriment, because if you see an enemy, when the flare goes up, you can shoot him, but if they see you, they can shoot you.
I heard that. And so therefore, when you're watching the fireworks, the bombs bursting in the air, but at least those bombs are safe, aren't they?
Yeah, well, yeah, those bombs are safe, believe me.
But getting back to Image 85, you really put a heck of a show on at Independence Mall. You know what I mean? We had our actors. We had our dance crew. I'm not going to try to be so specific. I'm just generalizing. And where do you really get the talent from? I mean, are you a talent coordinator? I mean,
well, I'm a talent coordinator of sorts. But primarily I'm a consulting firm, and I have a network of information and personnel and resources, and I find it to be fantastic that I could pull a show together with such talented people. And Gene, it's an honor to be here with you as president of VADO and general manager of VADO. You have made quite a few accomplishments for GTC Incorporated and Symbolic Image Productions. Without your video know-how and your studio and your expertise, we wouldn't be where we are today. So Gene, what do you have to say about that?
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Well, Doug, I really thank you. Thank you, Ed. But Doug, I really appreciate that. And without my know-how, but without your know-how, you are the one that put on Matt Every Day 1983, 1984, Image 1984, Image 1985. How about that thing we done at Whispers Lounge?
Oh yeah, the Whispers Lounge was a very successful nightclub act. We had the fabulous Lady T and the fantastic modeling agency Shades Modeling from West Philadelphia, and we also had the Rainbow Band, which is a very popular band, and pretty soon they'll be coming out with an album. And in Philadelphia, they have been known to open up for Frankie Beverly and Mays, who's a Germantown man himself. So, Gene, what did you think about the Whispers Lounge show? You did a fantastic job. We had some problems technically, but you cooled everything out and made it a successful movie.
I'll tell you something. Excuse me. I found out the biggest problem I normally have on the field is that everything is working before I get on the field, right? And one thing can actually make or break you. You can have a break in your wire, a break in your microphone wire. You can have a break in your camera cable. You know what I mean? And that can make or break you. Now, I had little problems. I had some technical problems, but I smoothed them out. You know what I mean? I done a little fake and smoothing out. You know what I mean? But basically, at the Whisper Lounge, everything it was dynamite. But Doug, I want to ask you one question. What do you plan on doing in all the programs? Are you planning on syndicating them out to different channels or different television stations? Is it going to be a syndicated program or what?
Well, Gene, that's quite a difficult program, difficult idea at this point for me to expound on. But however, all those things would be an avenue, and we are searching on some avenues, but we're not talking right now. We're going to let the fingers do the walking through the yellow pages and see GTC and Symbolic Image Productions and their productions with VADO Communications.
What inspired you to create GTC? I mean, what inspired you of that?
Well, I don't want to get long-winded. I really
No
have to
problem.
get long-winded.
Hey, we have all the
Yeah,
time.
we have a pretty good amount of time. well, basically, not to get too long-winded.
Thank you, lady.
One night I was sitting in my bedroom and was about, I was in my third year of college. I was going into my senior year of undergraduate school, and I was working two jobs. I was working as an insurance broker and as a housemaster at Girard College. And it gets pretty lonely at Girard College after the boys go to their dormitories and fall
I know
asleep.
what you mean, guy.
And that's a fantastic institution right in the middle of North Philadelphia. To make a long story short, the bicentennial was happening, and I said, I have a few dollars saved up. I had about several $1,000s saved up, and I said, hey, what am I going to do with this money? Buy a car, an apartment again? So I said, let me put this money to work for myself. And I started Germantown Trade Convention Enterprises Incorporated, and my solicitor was an Anthony Jackson, who was attorney, successful attorney in Center City, Philadelphia today. And along with his help, his legal help, and research, and asking business persons questions, and doing a little bit of hard work, I found out that Philadelphia lacked a minority company that was specialized in arrangement consulting or meeting management.
And this is where you take up the slack at.
Yes, and that's where I took up the slack for the bicentennial.
Interesting, very, very interesting. So now with Image 85, I guess correct me if I'm wrong, you are basically trying to project an image for Philadelphia, and anybody who wants to participate, they can come, they can call Germantown Trade Convention, and you want to get community people to participate, neighborhood people to participate, and all parts of the city to participate. I'm sorry, correct?
Yes, it is. I'm trying to have a company, a home shopping company. We're moving into what is known as the third wave. First wave is the agricultural age. The second wave is the industrial age, and the third age is the telecommunications age, which we now live in. And I think talent, resources, businesses, and everything else will be a lot more centralized and a lot more local once television and telephones and computers and video machines and cameras become a little bit more sophisticated, and the price on those items will drop so the public can have them at easy access. And the kind of entertainment I'm providing is the kind of professional entertainment for that period of time.
What are your future endeavors?
Well, right now, Symbolic Image Productions is looking forward to doing a Sunday afternoon cocktail hour with some nice fusion music and a fashion show at Whispers Lounge. This should happen on or after October the 13th, 1985. Another one of our programs that is in planning now is a show at a local nightclub down in Penn's Landing. I will mention no names until the contracts or the business has been taken care of. And also one of our big babies is to have a family show in Philadelphia at the Schubert Theater, or one of the rooms in the Academy, where the entire family can turn out on a Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon matinee, and we can have entertainment for the whole family, for the children all the way up to the senior adults.
Well, rather than do it at the Whisper Lounge, have you ever thought about, I shouldn't say have you ever thought about it, but has the idea ever crossed you to do it at the gallery on a Sunday afternoon around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
Well, the cocktail show we cannot do at the
I understand
gallery.
that, you're right.
But the other shows is a possibility if we could get approval from the management of the gallery, and we have a good rapport with the management of the gallery. They gave us permission to do Image 84, a Philadelphia Image, and therefore, but nevertheless, the board of directors and the management of my corporation, we have certain places in mind, like the Academy or the Schubert Theater and Whispers Lounge for our next coming affairs. And believe me, we have a fantastic bomb that we're going to drop on you on our next video, and we're not going to drop on you right now.
Throughout all the sections of the city that you have taped, what section of the city has been most enjoyable to you?
Well, I think you already know that. West Philadelphia was very exciting out 52nd Street. Out in Bala Cynwyd on City Line on the $1 Million Strip was quite impressive. But more and most of all, I think I enjoyed Chestnut Hill primarily because we had done it once before, and to go back and see the things were still intact. It's like a little village up there. Things don't change too quickly, at least not to the public eye.
Quickly now, in the future, what are your future endeavors for? Are you going to make an Image 86?
Well, at this point, we don't know. We're just glad to have completed Image 85 and to get it on a machine and get it cut and edited right so we can get it out to our friends and our associates and our business network. As far as Image 86, that's yet to see, but we hope most likely we'll be around for one of those.
We heard that, Doug. Doug, it's been nice talking to you, and I hope that you really will produce an Image 86. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Cleveland Douglas for Image 86. Not only is, like I say, he's your host, but he is also the president of Germantown Trade Division. Okay. We shall return with Image 85, but first let's give a listen to this very important word from our studio.
This has been Image 85, produced by Germantown Trade and Convention. Your host has been Cleveland Douglas, and your voiceover announcer has been Eugene Dye.